You don't say to mama, you don't read, oh. Says the tracking angel. You don't boast to mama, you don't cut. Now chain you the cut. Okay, now make I use my microscope, scan a reality scan, nigga area Biafra phobia mentality. See, set mazin nam the canoe free. One war. They don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is a scary name of Biafra. I love this very name of Biafra. Biafra, most I judge a bless Biafra, Chukwuki Biafra bless, conscientiousness bless Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Started in 1804 by Uthman Danfodio, Rinom go built to Sokoto, Boo, Sa'amadu Bego, they massacred the house, Maragi and Pura, Gatabadi Shua, Referendum is the voice of everyone. Freedom, Yahweh must be done on the land. Simon, they don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is the scary name of Biafra. I love this very name of Biafra. Biafra, Biafra. Most I Jaja bless Biafra. Chukwuki Biafra bless. Conscientiousness bless Biafra. They tried by the canories. This reckless Fulani. They conquered the Lord. They killing him away every day. Niger State and Plateau State. People love the best every day.
Rastaman.
Now we move. They don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is the scary name of Biafra. I love this very name of Biafra. Biafra. Most I Jaja bless Biafra. Chukwuki Biafra bless. Conscientiousness bless Biafra. We know that they are the terrorists. Like the man called Sheikh Gumi. Terrorists. Terrorists. Ali. Atami. Terrorists. Boko Haram. The army. Terrorists. They stop the people from fighting. Terrorists. Abubakar Malami. Terrorists. Mainstream media swami.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Rastaman, this is the time we really need to do collabo, because you know everything about Fulani, terrorists, Gambari, everything they have done. Rastaman combined all of them together in this song. Very powerful song. I greet you all this afternoon. My name is Raphael Chamaka Jere, aka Pastor Vam Vam Vam. It is heating up. Heating up. All the people you call pastors, all the people you call men of God, they are so ballless. No faith, no strength. They don't even believe in God. They are so fearful. You know this man that preached this gospel, that exposed a lot of things. Now they're asking him to go and delete this guy. Wait. This guy that preached this thing, I have not played it on my platform, but I have shared it on Twitter. I will not play this one now. I'll maybe play it later, but I want to show you this video of which I'm sure you have watched it before. You must have watched it before. Or maybe we should not play 2 minutes of it. Jesus Christ. Time in the mind. Now look at this. This guy that preached this thing, exposed all these Fulani, all these terrorists. You know what other pastors are telling him? To go and delete the message. And you know what? They succeeded in convincing him to delete the message. But thank God we already have the message. Listen to what he was saying. And they asked him to go and delete it. They are threatening his life. To show you that these terrorists, they mean business. Now, have you not seen the photo where the son of Tinubu, Sheyi Tinubu, was together with Gumi? These people are not going to fight this thing. I am telling you that Donald Trump must come. He must come. Because if Donald Trump don't come, hey, nothing will happen. Now watch.
In 1992-93 in Kaduna, a riot broke out which they call the Zango Kataf riot. I was a young boy, very, very young then. And people were killed in scores. If you are not an Afsa person practicing Muslim in Islam, they were killed. Especially if you are from the southern part of Kaduna, the tribes from the southern part of Kaduna, they were massacred. It was called the Zango Kataf riot. And if the next thing they do is to burn churches, kill Christians, and then if they're done with that, then they focus on businesses that is for Igbo people, Igbo-owned businesses, and they destroyed it. I grew up knowing that Christians are an endangered species in Nigeria. In the year 2000, when the Sharia riots, how many of you have heard of the Sharia riot? Hundreds of thousands of people were killed in Kaduna. I can remember vividly that we had to defend our house from people. They brought some Fulani boys and they faced our house. They were shooting arrows. They were stoning our zinc. They spot our zinc shooting arrows. Even though I was a Muslim then. Even though my father was a Muslim then. But because majority of the people in our compound were Christians, so they were willing to destroy every one of us because we're living with Christians.
Are you seeing it?
I can remember a particular church in Mando, for those that know Mando, in Kaduna, called Chapel of Redemption. That church was destroyed. And so from that time, anytime there's a little hanky-panky in Nigeria, the first target is churches and Christians. And this has prevailed for a long time.
Now, I have just only played 1 minute and a few seconds. Now, I want you to see why they are threatening this guy. Look at the new video he just did.
From people.
They are threatening him now. Watch this video. Watch.
Good morning. I have received a lot of concerns from people, both from family members and acquaintances, ever since I dropped the video I dropped about the state of insecurity in Nigeria and how it has been persistent for decades. And many have threatened, many have threatened, many have encouraged, many have threatened. But most importantly is the concern I received from my family members and people that I hold in high regards. My elder brother, who is the most senior for me at this time. I have no father, I have no mother. He is the most senior in our family, and he called me last night expressing his concern about how dangerous what I've done is, speaking like that, and that people, they will kill me and all that, and that my life is in danger. And every one of my siblings are really distressed about this. Also, senior colleagues in ministry, people that I hold in high regards, men of God that I love and respect very much, have called to say, please just delete it. Just delete it, and so that everything, just delete it.
Are you watching? Pastors that he hold in high regard. So you see this guy, this brother is holding some demonic people in high regards. He is respecting some pastors. He doesn't know that they are not pastors. They are evil people. They are carnal men. He holds them in high regard, but doesn't know that he is more holy than them. He spoke the truth and his life is being threatened. And they forgot that as a Christian in this world, your life will always be threatened because you are living the light of truth. Now, he spoke the truth. Pastors that he hold in high regard are advising him to go and delete the truth that he spoke that is actually bringing awareness. People he hold in high regard. Okay, are you watching? Now, listen, I will take it back a little bit. I don't have time, but I will take it back.
Also, senior colleagues in ministry, people that I hold in high regards, men of God that I love and respect very much, have called to say, please just delete it. Just delete it, and so that everything, just delete it. But I asked them one question. I asked them, I said, did what I said happen? Did it happen or not? They said, we know it happened. The point is that people here, they will kill you. They will arrest you. They will jail you. They will do what? They'll find a way to silence you.
Are you watching? Did the Bible not say that? He said they did not love their lives even unto death. Did the Bible not say that he that loves his life in this world, he will lose it? Is that not what the Bible says? Did the Bible not teach all those things? Can you see what pastors are telling him? Pastors that he loves, that he believes were real pastors. But he doesn't know that he is the one actually living the Christian life. Are you following?
To prevent that, just delete it. And, they were very concerned. While I went to bed this morning at my own time of prayer, while I was fellowshipping with the Holy Spirit, and I was talking to God about this. This is a great concern. I've received several threats. People have said a lot of nonsense. And the Lord told me, said, I should delete it. The reason I should delete it is not because of it didn't happen.
No, now you are lying. Oh my God, you are lying. You are lying. You are lying. The Lord did not ask you to delete it. Hey, God. He said the Lord told him to delete it. It's a lie. The Lord did not tell you to delete it. It is those pastors that confuse you. Because now that you have deleted it, don't we have the video? So what effect does it make that you deleted it from your own side, whereas all of us have it? We have saved it. I have it here now. I have played it before I start playing this one. You see, you are now lying on God that the Lord said you should delete it. You see how pastors are deceiving people? Oh, men of God from Judah. If you read the book of 1 Kings chapter 13, the Bible talks about the man of God from Judah. There was a man of God from Judah that was sent to go and do an assignment. He got there. The older men of God that have lost grace, that God is no longer using, after he delivered the word of God and he was living as God told him, the old men of God were persuading him. I said, we know God before you. Please come and eat with us. He said, no, I must go. They persuaded him. And he disobeyed the voice of God and went and obeyed the voice of the old prophet. Do you know what happened to him? The lion ate him up. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing that story. This man is a true servant of God, but he's obeying the counsel of some men of God that have deceived him to delete the message that God sent him to preach. And now he's now telling you that it is God that asked him to delete it. Oh, you see why I don't like Christianity? You see why? Okay.
About this. This is a great concern. I've received several threats. People have said a lot of nonsense.
Hey.
And the Lord told me, said, I should delete it. The reason I should delete it is not because of it didn't happen. The reason I should delete it is simply because to honor the people that have called me to speak to me about it. To say, please just delete it.
You see, he said the Lord asked him to delete it to honor the people that spoke to him about it. So now, it is not the Lord you are honoring. You are honoring the people. Hey, God. Christianity, especially in Nigeria. There is no Christianity in Nigeria. Believe me. Anybody that tell you is a man of God in Nigeria, run, oh, run. Now, he said he deleted it in honor of men, not in honor of the Holy Spirit or in honor of God, but in honor of men that have deceived him. Well, I appreciate you for the truth you spoke before. The truth you spoke before, it is sacrosanct and everybody knows it is truth. Now you are even coming back to confirm that that was the truth. And all those men of God, they are all fake. They are all fake. Fake. That's what they are. Fake. Fake. That's what they are.
To honor my elder brother, that is the most eldest for me now in my house, to say, please just delete it. And to the men of God in ministry that, I'm a man in ministry. It means I'm a man in authority, or a man of authority. And there are people that we hold in high esteem. And when they say do this, in honor to them, in love to them, it is good you do it. And that is what I've done. And so I deleted it. And the Lord said, your message has been passed across. Your message has been sent. It cannot be denied. No, your message has been sent. People are aware now. And all that. You see, after I posted that video, I saw people come out with a lot of experiences, sharing their experiences, years, people that have been victims of all these atrocities, all this genocide, this religious war, genocide, killings in the north. And people were sharing their experiences. I couldn't respond to many, but I was just reading the comments, the ones I could read. And people were just talking about these things. Now, you see something is that you can silence the truth today. It will speak tomorrow. If you silence it tomorrow, it will speak next tomorrow. If you silence it next tomorrow, it will speak the day after. Now, it doesn't matter how long you silence the truth. One thing you must understand is that the truth will continue to speak. It doesn't matter even if you kill the messenger of the truth. If you kill a messenger of the truth, 1,000 more will respond. They will rise and they will speak. It's just a matter of time. We live in a community, in a society of anyhowness, anyhow things goes. And for years, people have just learned to embrace this. I've just left them to, to live with it. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about the pain. Nobody wants to share it. And when the accusations come from the US to say this is what is happening, which we all know is happening, instead of the Nigerian government to accept that this is happening and that they are working tirelessly to stop it, they are working tirelessly to ensure that they put an end to it, they came out to deny that it is not happening. That is the first place where I got angry, because I was a victim. I was involved. As from my childhood, I've been involved. I've seen these things. So for them to come out to say it did not happen, that is why I got angry about it. It did not happen. For what we know has been happening. And they say, no, there is no Christian genocide. No, there is no this, no, there isn't that. If we do not speak, they will control the narrative. They will continue to tell that it never happened. People that have died for this cause, people that have been killed, children, pregnant women that have been ripped open, they are dead to mean nothing. They'll say, no, it didn't happen. No, it didn't happen. And everybody will just go along with it. It is time we stop. See, there is a time in life where silence means wisdom. There are times that silence means wisdom. But there are times that silence is dangerous. It is dangerous to be silent. And these are the times where it is dangerous to be silent. Now, people are worried about for me, worried about for my life. People, friends have reached out. Partners in ministry have reached out to say, hope you're doing well. With this thing, they will come for you. They will kill you. But let me let you understand something. I am not married. I don't have a wife to say I'm concerned for my wife. So because of that, I will not speak. I don't have a child or I don't have children yet to say I'm concerned for my children. The only thing I have right now in my life is the gospel of Jesus Christ. It's Jesus and Jesus alone. And the assignment he has committed to my hand. And the work I'm doing here. I lived in Port Harcourt until the Lord brought me down here. I lived almost all my life is been in the north. And so I don't have any ties to say Who will look after my wife? Who will look after my children? No, I won't. I don't have any. What I have now is the gospel of Jesus Christ, which is the truth. It doesn't matter what they want to do. Silence me today, kill me today, arrest me today. I will not stop. I will not be silenced anymore. I will not be silenced anymore. We will not be silenced anymore. If we continue to be silent, the narrative will be controlled. They will twist the whole thing, and they will make us to understand that it never happened. See?
There's a lot still. I've played only 4 minutes of these 10 minutes and 40 seconds. I will try and upload it on my YouTube and upload it on this channel. But meanwhile, please, I don't know this guy. We need to look out for him and put his message out there. Share it, tag Donald Trump, tag everyone. The life of this brother is very important. Everybody threatening him because of this truth. Now, it will now show whether Nigeria is a terrorist country or not. If the Nigerian government allow anything to happen to this brother, more blazing guns will face them. Gun blazing, we face them, because anybody whose life is under threat for speaking this truth, you become a son and daughter of Donald Trump and a son and daughter of every one of us that are fighting this cause. So what it means is that we will look out for you, we will protect you, we will speak for you, we will defend you. That's what it means. Now, even Christians are afraid to defend one of their own. They are telling him that they will come for him. Instead of him to rally around and join him to propagate this gospel. If there's anywhere he's staying that is going to pose more threat to his life, take him out of that place. Take him to a safer place maybe. But let him continue to speak this truth. Don't silence his truth. Don't silence his truth. That's all I have to say. Because a lot of time my time is up. Actually, it's always like this anyway. So I'm going to upload this video. Please reach out and watch it. But you see this brother? He must be protected. You see this brother? His videos must be made to go viral, and Donald J. Trump must be made to hear about him, and everybody must talk about him. Just like Ezekiel, Dachomo, and every one of them speaking, they must be protected. They must be protected. So thank you very much, my brother. I really need to know his name. Anybody that knows his name or his handle, his social media handle, we need to have it so that we will actually send his name across to Donald J. Trump, to Senator Ted Cruz, to all those that are concerned. And we're going to send his name across to Tinubu. Tinubu must know that this guy, anything happens to him, he must be protected. He must be protected. Enough is enough. Thank you, brethren. I'll leave it there until I am back. Let me just put it in a silent mode. Let it play to the end, probably before my colleagues come, and let me just play it. So just listen to it. I'm going to mute my own side, but I'll leave you to enjoy it to the end. All right?
Killing me now is just a way to reunite you with my Lord as early as quickly. If you kill me today, because either you kill me now, if I died, I could die in the next 5 minutes. If I don't die in the next 5 minutes, I die in the next 1 hour. If I don't die in the next 1 hour, I die in the next 1 day, the next 2 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 50 years, in the next 60 years. One thing is sure, one day I will still die. So either you are doing it now or it happens in the future. One day I will still die. And if I die, I will be sure that I die in the truth. So if you want to come and arrest me, if you want to come and kill me, you should hurry up for it. If God permits you to kill me, then it is God that permits you. If I die today, if you kill me today, it is because God permits you. No man can take my life except God permits. Because my life is forever hid in Christ Jesus. I am saved. If I die today, it is glory. If I die now, it is in glory. I go to God in glory. I'm not afraid of no one. If the government want to come and take me to some black site to torture me, to kill me, to do whatever it is they want to do for me, to arrest me, to jail me, there is no problem with that. You can come and do whatever you want to do. But what I will not do is that I will not go back to change the narrative. I will not go back and say what I've said is not the truth anymore. I will not say, no, what I've said, I said it at all, or I said it because I was affronting. No, what I said is what the reality is. You see, what I said is not a new truth. This is what everybody knows. It is just the uncomfortable truth, which nobody wants to admit. We people are being careful about, because they don't want to be seen as a bad ex of the society. I love this country. Only once have I ever desired to travel out. I got admission in the US in 2014. And the moment they bounced me at the embassy once, I didn't even bother to try again. I just came back home and continued my life. People say I retried, so I don't have any other place except here. This is why it has to work. We must assure you, because I don't have any ambition. To say maybe one day people have ambitions to live, to Japan, to do all those things, but I don't have any of that. Except for maybe one day, I go for ministration abroad and all that. But this is where I have. This is Nigeria we have. We cannot be in a nation where some people find it that it is their right to kill another human being that speaks against their God. Some people feel it is a right to kill another human being. They say it's blasphemy. How do we permit such a law in a secular nation? To say, no, this person has spoken against our Muhammad or against our God, against our Jesus, and he deserves to die. Nobody deserves to die because of another God. Nobody deserves to die because of another God. In Christianity, for me, I will die for the sake of my God, but I will not kill another man for God. I will die for Jesus, but I will never kill another man for Jesus. That is not the mandate of Christ. We die for the gospel, we die for the cause of the cross, but not to kill. So if anybody feels it is a right that they can kill, then we will never move forward. Abolish Sharia. It has no place in Nigerian society. If they want to ensure they keep practicing Sharia, then they should create another country. But we cannot be living in one country. We call it one Nigeria. The concept of one Nigeria. You ask yourself, has Nigeria ever been one? Is there any time Nigeria has ever been one? What we have learned to do over the years is to manage to live with each other. We have only learned to manage to live with each other, to manage to tolerate each other. But Nigeria has never been one. And if this country is going to progress as many of us want it to, as many of us desire to, then certain barbaric acts have to be put away. This is not an Islamic nation. This is Nigeria. It is not an Islamic nation. Certain barbaric acts have to be put away. We want this country to work. We want it to succeed. Many a time we have traveled in prayer for it. Many a time we have labored to ensure it grows, to ensure it develops. We have all it takes to be a world-class country among the countries of the world. But here we are, penury, poverty, dejection, recklessness. No consequence. People do whatever they like and go with it. Government officials do whatever they like and go with it. Nobody want to talk because you don't want to be seen as like. People know the truth and say, I don't want to be the one to say it. We know now, we don't want to make it nobody like that. No, we will never succeed that way. I've told you, I've deleted that video simply because of people that I honor and respect so much that spoke to me about it. But what I will not do is to say it didn't happen. No, I experienced it. We saw it. Many people have come out. If you give an opportunity for people now, open a platform for people now to air their experiences in the northern part and all those in the years, they will come out. They will come out in hundreds of thousands and millions to tell you. People that their life have never remained the same. They have not recovered today since Sharia riot. Since from that moment their life became disorganized till today, they have not recovered. How dare we now say it didn't happen? How dare we now say there is no persecution? I've deleted the video as those people ask me, but let's understand. We cannot continue to be quiet against injustice. We cannot continue to be quiet against the bad things and the evil that is happening in this country. We want Nigeria to succeed. Regardless of who the president is, either from this president or whatever next president, we want Nigeria to succeed. I desire to see a working Nigeria for all, where all men benefit, where all men are carried along. But not where some people think they hold the monopoly of violence. They can keep killing spree in the rate of delusional people that have been brainwashed and with extremism. And they keep going about doing these things. And we're not doing anything reasonable about it. I trust the Nigerian military. I have confidence in them. They accept the fact that many of them are being compromised. If Nigerian military, the military that we know, I schooled in military school, so I know what I'm talking about.
You know what? I am going to, after it finished talking now, I will play that first video. Yeah, I'm going back to work, but I will play that first video so that it will be on record. I will have it here on this channel. Okay? So I'll play it here. So you will know that he preached the first message. Now, his second message is even more powerful. But I'm going to play the second message from the beginning to the end. So please, just stay put and share. Continue to hit the like. Okay? Thank you very much. All right.
If they want to end it within 1 month, they will charge through these people properly. They will charge through them properly and ensure that none of that never rises again. But when we keep going about negotiating with terrorists, negotiating with bandits, taking photo up with bandits, giving bandits press conference to speak, bandits, criminals, in a nation like Nigeria, how do you think we're going to grow? We want to see a work in Nigeria. My parents never enjoyed anything about Nigeria. It is my joy that I enjoyed in Nigeria and they leave it for my children. We pray for the president to succeed. We pray for the military men to succeed. But we have to face the truth squarely. We have to face it squarely. No more propaganda here and there. Face it squarely so that we can address it squarely. God bless you. God bless everyone. God bless Nigeria. By the powers of the Holy Spirit and in the name of Jesus, Nigeria will succeed. Nigeria will succeed. Nigeria will excel. If we work together, if we put our heads together, if we stop denying the truth and embrace the truth and walk towards the direction of the truth, only the truth that you know shall set you free. If we do that, we will succeed. But if you say you want to come and kill me because of what I said, because of my video, and you are preparing to rain war on me, the life is one. If I die now, I die in glory. I go to meet my Lord. I have no regret whatsoever. God bless you. God bless everyone. Thank you.
A riot broke out which they call the Zango. In 1992-93 in Kaduna, a riot broke out which they call the Zango riot. I was a young boy, very, very young then, and people were killed in scores. If you are not an Afsa person practicing Muslim in Islam, they were killed. Especially if you are from the southern part of Kaduna, the tribes from the southern part of Kaduna, they were massacred. It was called the Zango Katafriot. And if the next thing they do is to burn churches, kill Christians, and then if they are done with that, then they focus on businesses that is for Igbo people, Igbo-owned businesses, and they destroyed it. I grew up knowing that Christians are an endangered species in Nigeria. In the year 2000, when the Sharia riots, how many of you have heard of the Sharia riots? Hundreds of thousands of people were killed in Kaduna. I can remember vividly that we had to defend our house from people. They brought some Fulani boys and they faced our house. They were shooting arrows. They were stoning our zinc. They spot our zinc shooting arrows. Even though I was a Muslim then. Even though my father was a Muslim then. But because majority of the people in our compound were Christians, so they were willing to destroy every one of us because we're living with Christians. I can remember a particular church in Mando, for those that know Mando, in Kaduna, called Chapel of Redemption. That church was destroyed. And so from that time, anytime there's a little hanky-panky in Nigeria, the first target is churches and Christians. And this has prevailed for a long time. That even if there's a problem with in another country, the Muslim and the Hausas in Nigeria will rise up and begin to kill Christians. How many of you remember the Miss World crisis in 2002, 2001, 2002? That somebody drew a picture of Muhammad or something in France, long away in France, and they began to fight in Nigeria. Are you following me? Christians are endangered species. Now let me give you, and that's how it has continued. Scores have been killed, and they focus on regions where there is a mixture of both Christianity and Islam. If you look at states like Kaduna, states like Plateau State, states like Nasarawa, states like Taraba, states like Benue, states like Bauchi, states like Gombe, states like Borno. These are places where they focus on because they intend to eliminate every living Christian in that place. Anybody that debunks it is a total lie because I have grown and lived in the north. I've spent 80 to 80% of my life in the north, so I understand this thing. Several times, I cannot forget the Sharia riot. We were running for our lives. Even though we were Muslims, but we're still running because as far as you are not of that ethnic group, practicing what they practice, you are a victim. You can be burnt alive. Many of us saw human beings that were burnt alive, like roasted like yam. And it has been going on for a long time. The genocide against the Christian faith. Are you with me? Many years ago, in Kano State, a man was beheaded. And anything they talk about, he said blasphemy. And guess who was the person that led it? The man called Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi, was the one that led him on. And they beheaded him, they killed the Igbo man. They killed him and they put his head on the stake and they were using it to parade the city. You will understand of a woman also that is an evangelist. Evangelist Eunice that was preaching about 2016 or 18 in Abuja. And they killed her. We cannot talk about a young girl called Deborah Samuel that was killed. I schooled in Jos, and for years, the people of Plateau have been massacred. Riot breaking out every single time. The world that the moment anything happens, the next people that are victims are Christians. And it is unfortunate that all these years, the government have not been able to do anything about it. But the agenda is deep. Are you with me this morning? Why am I saying? Because I don't want us to be an ignorant people. If we are ignorant people, they will control the narrative. And these days, let me tell you this truth. God will not come and fight for you. Remove that thing from your mind. If Christians don't rise up, pray from now till tomorrow. God is not coming to fight for you. Are you with me? Now, in the year 2009, Boko Haram started. Boko Haram started because of a section. It was a political movement. They created Boko Haram as a political talks to bring confusion into the government of Goodluck Jonathan. And to be able to, destroy any opposition, starting from Borno State, under the watch of a man called Kashim Shettima, which is now the vice president of Nigeria. Kashim Shettima and the other man, Ali Mohammed Sharif. These were the people that started the business of Boko Haram as a political talks to be able to oppose their opponents. But after a time, the ideology grew and they began to destroy. Now, it became a problem and they began to use it to destroy, bombing here and there. In 2009, 2010. As of 2010, a man led a meeting in Jos. Are you with me? He led a meeting that they were going to annihilate Christians within the locality of Plateau, Borno, Plateau, Bauchi, Kaduna, and Nasarawa. And he said they are going to perform jihad. They will bring jihad and they will go to Kida. If the Islamic leaders are not willing to lead them, he is ready to lead the movement. I have the minute of that meeting in my phone presently. Guess who is that person? Issa Pantami, that was the former minister of communication under Buhari's regime. And several times, these are people that are terrorist sympathizers. And that is why the Nigerian army has not been able to win the war against the terrorism. Because people the terrorists have infiltrated the Nigerian ranks, the army ranks, so they cannot win the war. that said Osama bin Laden was a better Muslim than he is. He was sad when Osama bin Laden was killed. And he has said it several times that Boko Haram should not be killed. He said they are their Muslim brothers. How do you win a war against terrorism when there are people high in government that are sympathizers to terrorism? How do you win that war? Now, there are 4 categories of insecurity or people that are causing insecurity. Number 1, you have Boko Haram. Number 2, you have bandits. Number 3, you have Fulani herdsmen. Now I'm going to show you how they are connected. Many people don't know. The Boko Haram and the Fulani herdsmen have one mission. The mission is simple: Islamize Nigeria. Come to a territory that are Christian dominated, kill everybody there, occupy their land. Go to Benue, look for a community, kill them there, occupy their land. That's always me. Boko Haram and the Fulani herdsmen. Have you noticed that Fulani herdsmen they don't kidnap, they kill? There's hardly a place you hear that Fulani herdsmen capture that they say these are Fulani herdsmen. No, when they go, they kill. How do they kill? They kill with guns. You must now ask yourself, how does a Fulani man get AK-47? Do you know the cost of one AK-47? One AK-47 is over $1,000 something. Where will a Fulani man be able to obtain to get one AK-47? Are you with me? And now, so you will know that there are people that are sponsoring this movement. Then the Boko Haram and the Fulani, they go about Christian-dominated areas. You will understand that when this terrorism started in Nigeria, that only people that were killed were Christian churches. You will not hear that they kill anyone. It is Christians and churches. I remember in Kaduna then that churches began to look for security men to guide their churches in every service day. Otherwise, you can be in church and then the next is boom, everybody dies. And churches that don't have money to hire soldiers began to use some of their members. I was a member of the security team in my church in Deeper Life in Kaduna in 2010. Because we don't stay in the church. Once I come to the church in the morning, we stay outside, moving around patrolling, because anybody can come and drop anything. So when Boko Haram started, the majority of Muslims, the Hausa, Northern Muslims, they were happy. I know of people that were celebrating it. If you see them crying today, I'll tell you why. At the initial beginning of this thing, they were happy celebrating the killings of Christians. They said they are purging Nigeria of army. It was majorly on Christians and Christian-dominated areas. But when it comes to 2014, the man Buhari and APC that wanted to overthrow the government of Jonathan, by all means, decided to employ mercenaries from Niger, from Chad, from all those Fulani, from other African nations where they're Fulani, and they brought them into Nigeria. What was the goal? The goal was that if Jonathan does not concede defeat in the election, they were going to rain hell on Nigeria. So they brought in these mercenaries, and they equipped them with rifles, the Erufais, the Buharis. Are you with me? The Erufai, the Buharis. Every one of these people called APC, they brought in mercenaries and armed them in the bushes and told them to wait. The moment Goodluck Jonathan did not concede defeat in the election, they were going to start. But unfortunately for them, Goodluck knew of the assignment. He got intel about it because the man said his ambition does not worth the blood of millions. So the man conceded defeat and left. And so they declared APC winner. Now, you have already brought people from different parts to come and fight. But what they wanted to come and fight for did not achieve anymore. So now they left those people in the bush. They left them with guns and ammunition in the bush. And when Buhari became the president, he abandoned them. Instead of them to settle them and let them go back, they abandoned them. And the people saw Nigeria as a place that is good. And the people decided to remain in Nigeria. Those are the people that started bandits. Before, we don't have anything like bandits. Banditry started under the watch of APC, under Buhari, because they were the ones that brought them in. Kidnapping, because they needed to survive. So they started by kidnapping. And they started by kidnapping. And they started by kidnapping. And they started by kidnapping. Over time, now, you understand that there are certain parts of this nation where there are mineral resources. Don't be an ignorant Christian. Follow me. Don't be an ignorant Christian. Don't be in a nation where you don't have understanding of what is happening. Now, there are some parts of Nigeria where there are good resources. And this has been illegally mined by elites, the military generals, the oligarchs, the people that are the leadership of the North. They were mining these resources, and the money does not go into the federal government account. So what they do is that they employ the services of this banditry to create two things. Number one, to create diversion. So when you go to Zamfara, that's why you hear that they say there is killing in Zamfara now. It's because of the Ilema gold mine. There is gold in Zamfara that they are mining. And so these bandits that are already in the bush, some people collaborate with them, partnered with them, and told them to see, keep creating confusion, create chaos. When you keep creating chaos, the Nigerian state and the people of Nigeria will not be able to focus on the illegal mining. They'll be concerned about the insecurity. So the insecurity is created as a means of diversion in the north. Are you following me? It is created as a means of diverting the attention of the military and the Nigerian populace from being able to focus on the illegal mining of resources. And any part of the north where there is resources, you find out that insecurity there. Recently, it has started in Kwara because there's a great amount of lithium in Kwara too that they have discovered and they're mining. So they partner with the Chinese. Because the people that do this illegal mining are the Chinese. They partner with the Chinese to be able to. So the bandits became the security men of the Chinese and all those people to protect them. So that while they are mining, they can begin to cause chaos. Because while the people are mining and they are causing chaos, kidnapping, nobody will be able to focus on what the Chinese are doing and those people illegal mining. Every single day to this moment, I'm telling you, they are mining in those places. And they will take it to an airfield in the bush and fly it out of Nigeria. They are making billions of dollars from it every day while people are being killed. That is why you now hear that Muslims are saying that they are killing Muslims too. What you have, it is what Buhari created. The APC-led administration created. The banditry they created is what is affecting the North now. Because the people they brought to come and kill Nigeria in 2015 did not succeed because good luck relinquished power to them. And now the people have become thugs. They have become tools to be used in the hand of men that are using them to secure their illegal gold mines. And that's why you kill them. That's why you hear that they say they are killing Muslims. Now, the Christian persecution and genocide has been there. So you find that at the other part, the Muslim and the Fulani men keep going around killing in all those parts. And the Christians and the churches have been silent for too long. This evil has prevailed in Nigeria because the righteous men have been too quiet. If we're ever going to win against insecurity in Nigeria, Nigeria must put two things Nigeria must do. Number one, Sharia law must be completely abolished in Nigeria. Because Nigeria is not an Islamic state. Why will Nigerians, some part of Nigeria, be practicing Sharia? The law guiding them, the constitutional law, that believe that if somebody deserves to die because he speaks against his God. Can an Hausa man insult Jesus and I kill him for insulting Jesus? But somebody believes when you speak against Muhammad, you deserve to die. How do you live in a country with somebody that have that kind of mentality? The military have become complicit. They are compromised. Nigerian military cannot win this war. 20 years from today, I'm telling you, 20 years from today, this thing of insecurity will not end because there are people that are enjoying it, benefiting from it, and reaping from it. If Nigeria want to win this war, partner with America. Let them come and militate. How many of you have seen that in Kano yesterday, some people were protesting that they don't want America to come? Because they believe, what they have been told is that if America is coming to kill Muslims, and the man said he wants to come and kill terrorists, but they are protesting. Anybody that is negotiating, people like Ahmed Gumi, Sheikh Gumi should be locked away. A terrorist sympathizer is a terrorist. A man that believes that you are not supposed to kill a terrorist is himself a terrorist. A man that believes that we should go and negotiate. How do you go and negotiate with terrorists? Because you see, terrorists are not just criminals. They are working with the wrong ideology. A man that believes that killing he has nothing to lose. How do you negotiate with a man that believes that killing himself is going to meet their God in heaven to collect 72 virgins? How do you negotiate with such a person? A man like Sheikh Gumi should be locked away. A man like Ali Muhammad Bushari should be arrested. You want to win against terrorism, you must go brutal. No nation win against terrorism by pampering them. The custom is taking rice, seizing rice from Nigeria and taking it to terrorists in the bush that they need to take care of them because they are human beings. To know. The moment you have become a terrorist, that you see that taking the life of your fellow human being is nothing, is to please a God, then you don't deserve to live. Children of God, I'm not going to ask you to pray because this is not a period of prayer. This is a period of action. Reverend Dr. Ezekiel from Jos, the man that have been speaking, have created attention. Not for once have they invited the man for interview because they don't want to give the man any airtime. But you see, any little thing they will call Gumi and give him microphone. Gumi, they are inviting Gumi up and down. The media is complicit. The Nigerian military are complicit. You can't win war with this Nigerian army, not because they don't have the capacity, but because they are compromised. Buhari created banditry. The people like Gumi and the rest of them, they are the people that facilitated the idea of Boko Haram. And today, some of them are your leaders in government. Some of them, most of them are moving free. Not one have been arrested. Kabiru Sokoto that bombed Nyanyan in 2011. When they rearrested him, guess where they got him? In the house of Shetima in Abuja. What is he doing in the house of Shetima if Shetima doesn't know him? But today, Shetima is your vice president. How do you win a war where terrorists are ruling you? Where terrorist sympathizers are moving around? This is not a period to say we are praying. No! This is a period of wisdom. This is a period of action. Churches in the south have no idea. They sit in their cozy churches, we exploit them. They don't know what it means to be in the north. They don't know what it means to be running for your life. That every Sunday in the church there in Kaduna, when they say let us pray, everybody's praying with one eye open. Because you don't know God might go up at any time in the church. The Nigerian church must rise up. There's an agenda. And if you read the minutes of that meeting in 2010 led by Isa Patami, you will not believe it. I have a recording of his messages. Where's appealing? Where he said, why will they be killing their people? He said, why will they be killing his Muslim brothers? Referring to Boko Haram as their Muslim brothers. How do you win with such a people in government? And that guy was a minister under Buhari for 8 years. Do you know why I'm telling you this morning? You are a Nigerian. If you are not aware of what is happening around you, in a short time, one day your calamity will just come. You will not know how. Are you with me? The banditry that is destroying them in the north was created by the people Buhari brought for mercenaries to destroy Nigeria in 2015 in case he did not win. Unfortunately, he won, and those people were left without fight. And they began to use the weapons that have been provided for. These guys have sophisticated their weapon. They move logistics, move money in dollars. Where do you think they're getting it from? You think it's from the sale of cow? No. The Bible says, watch and pray. We have been praying. This is the time to do what? To watch.
Is Christian genocide in Nigeria? Yes, there is Christian genocide in Nigeria. If we take a look at what is happening in Plateau State, what is happening in Benue State, Taraba and others. But why the Christian communities or some of the Christians decide to appeal to the United States of America? Because they know they are right. And maybe the involvement of President Trump will help even we Muslims that are not terrorists and that we are against these Planned herdsmen and what they were doing. Maybe we will get peace in the future. Because we are the most target of terrorists. But we show that those terrorists are still our brothers. This is what most of the Islamic clerics and Islamic scholars here in northern part of Nigeria are saying in their mosques. This is the truth. Even the federal government doesn't have any target, doesn't have any plan till today to fight those Planned herdsmen. And the action which President Trump you take, this is a great action. This is a great action someone has ever taken against terrorism. Today, if a Planned herdsman enter into your farm, when you say, hey, why did you enter into my farm? Their response is to weaponize themselves with arms, knife, or even AK-47 attacks and kill you in your own property. This is what they were doing. This is the pact. So what Christians have said, yes, there is Christian genocide. Many Christians have been killed by those Planned herdsmen. I welcome the United States or America into Nigeria if their goal is to eliminate those terrorist groups, because Nigerian government is not ready to do that. It's not ready. This is the real what is happening. No one has rights in this country than Fulani people. I don't know why. I am their blood. But what is happening is no religion. Islam doesn't have anything to do with those Planned herdsmen. Any group of terrorism, they will just claim the name of Islam. To badname the Islam, to badname the Holy Prophet. And they don't even know how to pray. They were not fasting, but they will say they are planning. They are Muslims. So I'm not against President Trump. This is the truth. And I have one advice to the United States government. You have to investigate clearly. There is politicians in the north, a plenty politicians that were linked and connected with those terrorist groups. They are helping them. They are in many ways. In many, many ways. We see them together. They were negotiating. No one will welcome you to the government house, but you will see a governor welcoming a terrorist group to the government house. And after 3 days, they will start attacking every village, killing innocent life. Why? We have to stand and speak the truth what is going on. They know they are right. As we Muslims, we don't know our right. If we know our right, we are the first people to stand up against those people and to appeal to everywhere to this, in this world that we need help. So let them do it. They have right to do it. We are the people who are supposed to do this. We didn't do it. Many of us looking at those planet men as their own Muslim brothers. They were not. This is the reality. You can assassinate me. You can do whatever you want. If you never stop this, your mentality. Looking at terrorists who's shedding the human blood like mosquito. If you never stop claiming them your own brothers, Islam will never get peace. This is the truth. This is the only truth. In my stage, before Boko Haram start killing everybody, when they start bombing the churches. Most of us people were happy of what they were doing. They're destroying the Christian churches. We are saying, yes, they did well. After they finished with the churches, they turned to the mosque, killing thousands and thousands of people. We didn't do anything. We are asking those corrupted leaders to come and fight against terrorists. Will they do that? While they are using those terrorists as the shields, and they are using them in their political system. So if you, the United States, will support to eliminate those Fulani terrorist group, I'm happy with that. And secondly, our main problem in northern Nigeria is Izala. There is one Izala to be the Committee Sunnah, an Islamic group. Those people are the first people to preach in a wrong way that made people carrying weapons turned against their brothers until today. And most of them are linked to that terrorist. This is the truth. Before the establishment of Izala, there is the Christians and Muslims in northern Nigeria, is their relation is like a twins brothers relation. They have to stop. You have to stop this Izala, Erika, Ishia, all of those groups. You have to stop them. This is the fact.
Have nothing reasonable to say to all that is happening in Nigeria. Just shut up. Just shut it. You are a pastor or any man of God and you have nothing reasonable to say to all that is happening in Nigeria. Just shut up. Just shut it. Just shut up. After all, that is what most of you do. You don't say anything. Thousands will be killed. Hundreds have been killed. As far as your offering and tithes keep getting intact and all those things you're doing, it doesn't concern you. Just shut up. Stop embarrassing people. Stop embarrassing the genuine men of God in this nation. Stop embarrassing them. Just shut up. People are being killed. Lives are being destroyed daily. Not one of you. You don't speak anything. You don't say a thing. You don't say a thing. You don't even bother. And when people that are genuinely speaking for the cause of the people are speaking and you come outside, you begin to bring propaganda. Just shut up. Many of you are bigoted. Go and check. Many of you are bigoted. Bigotry has eaten you up. And the most annoying part is the fact that you come and be saying, God spoke to me. God spoke to me. God spoke to you that President Trump want to come and save Nigeria because you want to collect the resources in Nigeria. He wants to collect your mineral, your gold, and your oil. That's what God told you. You are a dishonest person. Why have we come to this level? In the scriptures, if you go through the Bible, the men of God, the prophet of God, were known to speak against injustice, to speak against wickedness, but not in these days. Just shut up. You don't have anything reasonable to say. Shut it. What nonsense? What are we doing to ourselves in this nation? When God will save it, how many of you don't know how many years people have been praying? All the killings, the genocide. You come out as a man of God to say there is no genocide in this nation against Christian faith. You are a wicked soul. You are a wicked entity. To come out and say there is no genocide, you say let's keep genocide aside, forget about the issue of genocide. You are a wicked soul. Just shut up. Many of you have no idea. I have lived in the north. I'm still in the north, serving in the north, leading God's people here in the north. Many of you have no idea whatsoever. You are in the south there, enjoy your AC churches and all that. That's fine. But if you don't have any reasonable contribution to make, just shut up and stop gaslighting people. For as long as I can remember, Christians have always been at the receiving end of anything in this country. There is insecurity, truly. But we all know that this insecurity is created by people that are milking the nation, mining resources, partnering with China with the Chinese to mine resources, and they're taking them abroad, taking them away from this nation, and they arm this bandit to secure them, so as a means of distraction. So while the activity of mining is going on, so to prevent the military men or the Nigerians to focus on them, they created insecurity. And so while you are focused on insecurity and all the killings and kidnapping, you will not even bother to check their activity, and that is the plan. And that's how they keep taking resources away from this nation. You know that. The government of there are people that know that this is not a hidden thing. They arm these bandits for the essence of distraction, to distract people. That is there. But we all know that there is a systematic jihadi agenda and Islamization against Nigeria. And you say Nigeria is a secular nation. How is a secular nation a member of an Islamic organization of the world or something? An Islamic organization, a world Islamic organization. Why will a secular nation be a member of a world Islamic organization? Why will a secular nation that is called a secular nation be practicing Sharia in some part of the state? Why will a secular nation have the inscription of the Nigerian military to be in Arabic, not in English, that everybody understand? You all are there, you are so dumb. You are there, you are following them to spread propaganda, to spread lies. This has been going on for years. We know it. You all know it. I was born and brought up in Kaduna. I live in Kaduna. I live in Jos. We have seen all these attacks consistently. In Benue, in Kaduna, in Jos, in part of Nasarawa, in Taraba. Consistently. Christian community have been burned. Churches have been burned. Every time somebody insulted Mohammed in France, the next thing is a church in Kaduna or in Jos that is being burned. We all know this. It's been going on for years. And you come out to say, forget about gender, that Trump is only interested in the resources of Nigeria. You just shut up. Shut it. You don't have anything to say. Just keep quiet. That for you to come and speak trash, embarrassing genuine men of God. As far as we know, most of you don't talk. Let the church, let the northern Christians be killed. Let them be killed in their scores in their country. It doesn't concern you. You keep going about your normal business. You don't talk. You don't bother. And that's it. Keep it that way. God will hold you accountable for that. But for you to come and counter or try to ridicule people that are speaking against this, that are fighting for the true cause of the genocide of Christians. Just 2 days ago, in a community in Benue, look how they massacre children, babies sleeping, and they massacre them. But you will not speak up. Not once have you come out to speak against the killings, but you are always quick to come and debunk when people are speaking, when people are trying to speak for the truth. If you don't have anything, as a man of God, speaking to men of God this morning, if you don't have anything to say, just keep quiet, zip it. We thank God for the lives of Reverend Ezekiel. That man is a true apostle of Jesus Christ. We see what God, we see how the man has been fighting constantly. He could have left them. He could have left that community, but he's there fighting for people. You don't care. They don't have basic churches. They don't have big jeeps. They don't bother. They keep serving Jesus. You are there in your estate, in your cozy churches, and don't bother. Continue. You keep organizing programs and this, and keep breaking limit. That's your problem. No problem. But for those that are speaking against the injustice in Nigeria, let them speak. Don't silence them. Don't try to mock people's pain. Just shut up. You don't have anything to say. Shut it. How do we find ourselves here in this situation where we cannot speak truth to the power? That we cannot come out and speak confront the government on what they're doing. But God is raising a Cyrus for us all the way from America to come and fight the cause. The man never said he's coming to destroy the government or to overturn topple the government. He didn't say he was coming to fight Muslim or to kill Muslim. He said, I'm coming to kill terrorists, specializing the terrorists that are killing Christians. And you are fighting it, and you are speaking up to say he's interested in your resources. You are speaking out to say he's interested in your resources. Trump is interested in your resources. He's interested in your gold and silver that the Chinese have been taken away. And you think that is all what this. So people were crying. It was the crowd of people that got the attention of this man. You act as if you don't know. But because it is your kinsman, I'm a Yoruba man too. But I will never be a bigot. I will never be a bigot. I hate bigotry. I hate bigotry. For it's my person, it's my tribe. Because most of you are benefiting directly from the corruption of this government. You're a man of God, you don't have anything to say. Shut up. Shut up. Don't mock people's pain. Don't ridicule people that are speaking up. Don't come and tell us that there is no genocide. I accept you want the wrath of God to come upon you. Let we that are speaking, we will continue to speak. We thank God for the lives of Prophet Ebuba. We thank God for the life of Dr. Paul. We thank God for the lives of Reverend Ezekiel. Reverend Ezekiel Dochemo in Jos. We thank God for those that are speaking. But you that don't speak, keep quiet. If you cannot speak anything reasonable, don't come and mock people's pain to say there is no genocide. I am Apostle Michael Olo, okay? And I will never be silent anymore. Because while you are being silent, while you are trying to hide under the protection of the government or try to get favor, people like Gumi, people like Sheikh Gumi are begging Nigerians to pamper terrorists. No, don't kill them. Don't shoot at them. Don't bomb them. Give them amnesty. Negotiate with them. Which nation in the world negotiate with terrorists? But why the Islamic clerics are fighting? We saw. I have a document here. The minute of a meeting held about in the year 2010, where they were planning strategically of how to execute jihad in Jos, Bauchi, and Kaduna, headed by Issa Pantami, the former Minister of Information and Communication under Buhari's government. These men are deep, they're strategic, the thing has been going on, they're working tirelessly to achieve it. You are there in your church in the south, and you can spew rubbish. Shut up! You don't have anything to say, shut it.